Welcome back to me, because I've been gone for a while. Some crazy stuff happened, but you know what? I'm alive. So let's just get right on into it. Let's see what this beast has been up to since I've been gone.
I've been gone for a minute. I needed a break. It was a much needed break. And honestly, I feel like I can continue this break, but so many of you are like, we miss you. Where are you? So in this video, I'm gonna answer that. I'm also gonna be doing my makeup, and it's just gonna be like a chit chat type of thing, like updates, answering some questions. I don't know. It's just gonna be me rambling.
All she does is ramble. She honestly never makes a good point.
I do have mental health problems, as you guys know. So sometimes the way I'm treated online can make my mental health a little worse.
The way that she is treated online is based upon her actions, and her actions are terrible. So maybe stop being terrible and then you'll get treated better. It's not that hard.
So instead of complaining about it, it's easier for me to sometimes just disappear. And I am sorry for those who worry, but I promise I am okay.
No one really cares if you're okay or not. The thing that's annoying is that you're trying to convince us that you didn't get a strike and you were just having a mental breakdown for 3 weeks, when everyone knows you just had a strike. It's not that deep. You don't have to lie.
And to top it all off, I just wanted to spend time with Tommy, just me and her. Because I caught myself just always thinking about, should I be filming? Oh my God, I should film this. Okay, I'm gonna film it. It just kind of takes away the authentic feelings and memories and experiences. When you're constantly thinking oh, should I be filming this?
Girl, it's your fucking job. And you don't do anything else except eat. All you have to do is occasionally film something that you're doing and then put it on the internet. And you'll make more than most people do doing a 9 to 5. You sound like such an entitled, privileged bitch. It is so insufferable.
People thought that I got a strike. And the only reason why I know this is because if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, I do Q&As on there, or I have been. And I've been doing them daily just because I like to talk to you guys. And a lot of you thought I was striked or whatever, and no.
Yes, you got a strike. Let's see how she tries to lie her way out of this one.
YouTube did take down 2 videos of mine recently. It was rotisserie chicken, and I ate 5,000 calories today. The rotisserie chicken one, I don't actually fully understand, because I probably ate maybe 300 calories of chicken. I know a lot of people like to say that I ate the whole rotisserie chicken. No.
I love the face she pulls, oh my gosh, the audacity to assume I ate a whole chicken. Eating a whole chicken is probably a normal sized meal for you. Let's be real. I don't know why you're acting so shocked that people thought you ate the whole chicken. Look at the size of you.
Didn't happen, but there are other mukbangers out there who definitely have, and their videos are still up. But I'm not gonna appeal it. I'm not gonna argue with YouTube. It is what it is. I genuinely don't fully care. But I do understand the 5,000 calorie one. As someone who is morbidly obese, I should not really be posting that online. So I definitely get it. But I do think so discrimination, because I've seen the topic of discrimination come up.
Girl, where? The only place you're seeing that is in your imagination.
If YouTube wants to take down I ate some rotisserie chicken, they should probably take down everyone else's. I don't know.
You kind of answered the question yourself. Amber, the difference is you are 600 pounds. You are absolutely astronomically huge. That's the difference.
I'm not gonna fight with him about it. It is what it is. But how it happened is kind of a long story, but here's the short version. So I had a journalist from NBC actually contact me, and they were like, I want to do an interview with you because we're kind of talking about the Nikocado thing, and then it got me into Girl World, and I want to talk about Girl World. I want to interview you and understand how it feels to have all these reaction channels talk about you all the time. And online bullying and fat phobia. Anyways, I always like say no to like collaborations, interviews, sponsors. Like I don't know why. I get kind of like anxious a little bit, like thinking about doing any of these things.
I don't think she likes doing interviews and stuff because she can't control the narrative. That's why.
But the journalist was like, you know, I talked to a reaction channel and they actually did the interview with me, and immediately in my head I was like, oh, I know it's Zachary Michael, because I feel like he is like the most popular and he's not like downright mean. There's a lot of reaction channels who are like very fat phobic, fat shaming, like just mean. And Zachary's like not like that. Like I've had my moments where I really strongly dislike him. And that's normally during a time where like I'm going through something and like he doesn't believe that I'm going through it, or he thinks that I lied about something and he's taking like his audience aside. Like usually it's something like that, which is like totally normal, especially someone with BPD. Like we have a fear of rejection, hardcore. And when people don't believe me, when it's something like serious that I've talked about, for me, it feels like rejection.
The way that she says things is so annoying and so classic narcissist, thinking that they are so unique and special and catastrophizing situations. Like, people who don't have BPD get offended if people don't believe them. That's just being a person. Like, shut up.
So it makes sense why sometimes I really strongly dislike Zachary Michael. But it is what it is. People can believe what they want. I've really truly come to the terms where it's like nothing I say or do will ever change someone's opinion of me. So I'm just gonna be me, and that's that. Anyways, I knew the journalist was talking about Zachary Michael. Like she didn't straight up say that, but like I knew it. And then Zachary Michael later on confirmed that yes, it is him who actually was interviewed by the journalist. And I guess the journalist contacted YouTube and was talking about my YouTube channel. And so then it made YouTube more aware of me and who I am. So they have recently gone through every single one of my videos, and out of almost 3,000 of them, they've deleted 2. But not once have they striked me, because I think they're fully aware that like I'm not gonna purposely break terms of service. Like when they remove your video, they send you an email and they explain why they did it. And literally in the email, they told me like, we're aware that you probably weren't aware that this was breaking terms of service, so we're not gonna like strike your channel.
YouTube did not send that email, and that also doesn't make any sense. Whether you're aware or not of all the terms of service, if you break the rules, you break the rules, and you get punished accordingly. So that doesn't make any sense. There's no way they sent that email.
But a lot of people thought I was striked because there is a reaction channel, well, multiple reaction channels that like to say things that aren't real, and they say it with such confidence that it's like you can't help but believe everything that they're saying. But yeah, literally no. It's like that a lot with reaction channels. Like they'll say something as if it's facts, as if they were there, as if they saw all the proof in the world.
And sometimes we get all the proof in the world and you will still double down and lie. A perfect example is wifey number 1 and wifey number 2. They were always the same person. And for 2 years you were constantly trying to convince everyone that it was 2 different people. And it wasn't. And the same thing with your current girlfriend. She's a feeder. There are photos with her lying next to someone, lying on top of / underneath someone while they're bedridden in hospital. Like, it's a photo, you can't deny that. And there's posts, multiple posts. So yeah, we have seen all the evidence in the world, but you're gonna still try, manipulate, and gaslight. But sweetheart, you're just not smart enough.
As if they are me, and like people will run with it and believe it, and it just gets a lot. It gets exhausting, it's heavy. So my goal for the rest of October and for November is to upload Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Am I gonna promise that? No, but that is my goal. What am I gonna post? We're gonna go back to like that era of my life where I film just random stuff. We can do like what I ate today videos. We can do like eat with me. We're gonna do some weigh-ins. We're gonna do some vlogs, maybe some challenges, some tags, some Q&As, some just everything type deal, not just vlogs, because That's literally all I've been doing lately. Well, not lately because I've taken a break, but literally all I've been doing has been vlogs. Like,
shut up. There is no way she's gonna stick to any kind of schedule. She never has, and she never will. I'm obviously right because I'm recording this a couple weeks later, and she never really uploaded, so I guess she was wrong again. So as I continued to watch the video, she literally spoke non-stop shit the whole rest of the video. I'm not gonna waste either of our times talking about it. Let's just get on to the next video.
welcome to a new vlog. I know I like to point out the obvious, but my hair is a mess.
She genuinely looks so terrible. It's almost concerning. I know I say it all the time, but look at the material. She literally does look worse and worse every video.
I don't know where my tripod is, so
I'm just gonna pause it here.
I mean, let me ask the audience.
we have a little wetness right here because I just refilled the animal's water. So on days that Tommy works, especially, like, I have the same like morning routine. I'll wake up, take the dogs out, refill cat food, dog food, water. It's just like every day, just my go-to. They say that it takes 21 days to form a habit. I can see that being a thing for sure. It's just back at home in Oklahoma, like, my routine is just a little bit different. So having to form another routine, you know, here in Wisconsin is a little hard because it's like I lived alone for a full year. So now it's like different routines for different places.
I've had it, and you know what I've had? It.
The fact that that is a big deal to her is so fucking tragic. She has no responsibility in life. That's like a 30-second thought, not a schedule. Like, you take the dogs to the restroom and you feed them.
By the way, I'm actually working on the Camaro. Oh wait, I told someone that I was doing the Corvette. What is it called?
I am not doing this. Let's fast forward until there's something worth talking about.
I shouldn't have to explain that I'm having mental health issues. I really am. And I look back at a year ago, and I was also having pretty bad mental health issues around this time of year. I like to reflect. I'm very much a reflector, and I think that's why I do a lot of journaling. I reflect. I like to understand the way I feel. I don't know. It's just, maybe it's because I grew up in and out of like group homes, children's shelters, and
it just isn't that deep. Most people are retrospective and want to understand their like inner workings.
Very much when you're in that setting, they love a good, like, let's express ourselves. Let's sit in a group, go around in a circle and express yourself. So I grew up expressing myself a lot. I grew up with so many therapists, like, because when you're in foster care, like, that's what you do. Like, you're almost obligated to see somebody on the constant. And so I'm very accustomed to expressing myself, but like, I'm not very accustomed to people actually caring. And that's like the sad reality. Like,
this is complete bullshit and also not true. She's just catastrophizing and like trying to victimize herself. Her entire adult life, despite being quite an awful piece of shit person and not really having anything to give, she has been cared for and parented by her girlfriends her entire adult life. People have set aside their entire life just to be able to care for her. She can't do anything for herself. She's never driven. She can't look after her pets. And we all remember what poor Beck had to do.
Yeah,
such a fucking lie. Oh my God.
That is not.
There are good foster parents out there. There are good foster situations and group homes. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was in a good group home. Like, it was an all-girls group home. I was there for about 2 years, and still to this day, there are girls that I lived with there that I still communicate with, and staff members.
I just don't believe that this is true. I believe if it was true, we would have heard about it. She would have loved to have said, oh, today I was catching up with my old foster mom. Like, she would have loved that shit.
That was a good point in my life. It truly was. But the children's shelter, no. I had fun times there. It was like slumber party constantly. But the staff there, they didn't they didn't care. It didn't feel like they cared. They were there to make their money, and that was that. So it's like, yeah, I was taught to express myself, but no one ever heard me. No one ever was actually listening or caring. And that's just like kind of how I feel too sometimes with like YouTube, is like I'll sit here and express and explain. And it's like, is anyone actually listening? Is anyone actually hearing me? I reflect back to a year ago, and I was turning to alcohol, and I was living on my own for the first time. It was just like a lot, and it was heavy, and I was turning to alcohol thinking that's what was going to make me feel better. And I was just really depressed, and like I would come on YouTube, and sometimes I would share that, or sometimes I would just like have a fake persona, because I didn't want to be that person that would constantly come on here and be like, I'm depressed.
The thing that is annoying with Amber is she's very cyclical, where she'll come to the platform with an issue, not listen to anyone's advice, and tells everyone that she knows better, then fails, then comes back to the platform, and then has the same issue, then doesn't listen again. And this just keeps happening over and over again. And then she gets pissed off for people not listening to her, and it's like, we are listening, you're not listening. That's the difference.
I'm sad. Look at me cry. Look at me have a mental breakdown. And I've done that a lot on YouTube, where I'm just fully transparent and I cry. I open up about my anxieties. What was it that I said that people really like to bring up? Mental things is scary. In that clip, I was having so much anxiety that like the world was just heavy on my chest. And that's just a prime example of like times where I really did come on here and just like, I let it all out. And I told myself that I wasn't going to do that this time, because when I do that, like it's never, I'm not going to say never. I talk in a lot of absolutes, and I need to learn how not to do that, because not everything is an absolute. It's just how it is. There is always like a gray area in most situations. I was about to say like, I was never met with like kind ears. I was never speaking to kind hearts. But that's not true. There are a lot of you who do watch me and care about me. And those people, like, I appreciate you more than you know. And I hear you and I see you. But sometimes it's so hard through all the noise. It's like, I have been in like a high, you know, when you first fall in love and like things are so good, and you're like going out and you're hanging out with friends and you're doing things that like you don't normally do, and you're just like literally having the time of your life and you're so happy. And like mental health like takes away that like high, that super high happiness, and just like that great feeling. When that was taken from me, it was like I hit like a rock. I hit like a bottom. And I have done so much crying. Like, I am with Tommy. I am with someone that I love, but I feel so depressed.
Being loved in a relationship doesn't negate depression. And this is why she needs therapy, because I think she thinks that subconsciously. Like, being in a relationship isn't going to fix all your mental health problems, girl.
And it's like, it's not fair, because it's like, I'm getting people on Instagram, because I was doing these Q&As on there. I was getting people on there saying like, if you're so happy with Tommy, then why are you depressed? Two things can coexist at the same time. I just feel like mental health isn't black and white. And it was just easier for me to like live without filming my life for thousands and thousands and thousands of people. It felt safer to me to just disappear. And I do slowly feel myself getting like out of this like weird depressed headspace. I do feel that. And it's just like, I have BPD, and that's been like, it's just been, it's not fair that like I have these things while I'm trying to just like be happy.
She is so fucking performative, and the only thing that's coming across is entitlement and the need for therapy. Also, whenever she acts like this, it reminds me of that one American Idol girl.
I wanted to be the next American Idol.
Not It's not fair. And there's only really one thing I can do, and that is go to therapy.
Wow, a rare moment of self-awareness. We love that.
For some reason, I'm so scared to go to therapy for like BPD. I don't know what it is, but something about it really freaking scares me. And I think it's because it's like, it's almost as if it's like truly, truly confirming. Like, Amberlynn, you got the BPD. With BPD and seasonal depression, like, I know some people take meds for seasonal depression. I get that. Me, I kind of just like wing it.
And how's that working out for you?
And instead of like complaining about it, I just disappeared because I knew that's what was going to happen. I was going to come on here and be like, I am so fucking happy with Tommy, but I am depressed. But what I do have an option is therapy. So with BPD, therapy can very much be the main thing that helps with people with BPD. It's DBT therapy. I need to do it. Everyone and their mama and their uncle recommends it to me, and I need to just go for it. But I want you guys to know that, like, I haven't been not uploading because I'm lazy or because I don't care about you guys or because of anything like that.
I feel like she's just rambling to make a 30-minute video to get some AdSense. Like, she's not actually even saying anything.
So I got these so I could write down here this question so Tommy and I could like pick them out randomly so they weren't in like any specific order. We were like make a series maybe or do it on one video. The video would be like hours long. I feel like so there's a lot of questions. You guys, so many. So we went through phases where we were like, yeah, let's do this. And then I was like, no. And then she was like, no. And then we were like, yeah. And now we're kind of currently at the stage of like, sure, why not? So there are a lot of questions. So it's like, why did I even bring this up? I forget. I'm about the Amazon guy distracted me. What was I saying? Okay, I remember now. It's because some of you are blaming Tommy for me not uploading when no, it's like the complete opposite. Like she's super supportive and like whatever I do, and she's just super sweet and amazing. So yeah. This is for that. So I'm gonna write the questions on here and then like fold them up and like I want to put them in like a clear vase. I think it'll look really pretty with the colors.
Shut up, bitch! Shut the fuck up!
I need to come on here. I need to be myself. I need to be myself. Like, I need to be myself. This is me. Like, I grew popularity in being myself. I have lessened in popularity by watering down who I am.
Sorry, Ellen, that is not true. I don't know what delusion land you're living in, but the more you revealed who you really are, was the more people stopped liking you.
Anyways, oh, and I uploaded a TikTok and Instagram of calling myself like a fat squirrel because this sounded viral because this lady on TikTok really was like filming a squirrel saying, look at this really squirrel, like it's literally so funny. And TikTok and Instagram thought that I was bullying myself. So they took it down to like, you're bullying. And I was like, no, I'm not. It's just so funny. And like so many people have used that sound because the original has 8.1 million likes. So many people have used that sound and they're not getting their stuff taken down, but they took down mine because they thought I was bullying myself. And I had to like reach out and be like, I'm not bullying myself. Like I did like a little appeal thing, but TikTok still was like, no, you're bullying. And I'm like, bro, what am I bullying? Like I just thought it was so funny cute. Like I was scrolling TikTok and I saw that squirrel and I heard the sound. I was like, that is genuinely like that made me laugh. I was like, I need that like laughter. So then you guys know me, like I'm like a comedic. Sometimes you gotta take a dark situation and you gotta make it funny. I have been so depressed. I have been self-loathing after time of like finding myself and loving myself. But it's like mental illness, folks. Mental illness. It's not fun. By the way, my bra, like this is so right now we're gonna take a couple steps forward and we're gonna try to stay there for a little bit. I'm done rambling. I'm gonna go open my Amazon package. I think it's a new perfume. Love me a perfume. It's actually not a new one, completely. I mean, it's a new
Shut up!
Maybe she really is going through something because those two videos were such an awful mess. But to be fair, her sit-down solo videos are her worst content. While Amber is being boring, I'm gonna do some retro reacts of a new creator I haven't talked on before. Her name is Foodie Beauty, so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for subscribing and watching, and take care. I'll see you soon.